with Half Dozen Customs. We got a new camera pedestal. Our other camera pedestal is just this little tripod thing with adjustable legs, and one of the adjustable legs broke like right after we got it, and I super glued it back together, and it lasted like 6 months. Then it broke again, and I re-super glued it, and it broke like a couple weeks later. And this time the plastic that I was super gluing actually broke, so I could no longer super glue it. I tried to UV resin it. That only lasted about a week. No, it only actually lasted about a day. And then I ended up duct taping it. And that lasted about a week. And I was filming something earlier, and the leg gave out and the thing fell over. Now I have it, actually JB welded it, and it's drying. It'll be overnight. But Colleen brought me out this pretty cool attachment, and she said, hey, could you use this? Can you make something? So I made this pedestal. Pop you off real quick and show you. So I made this little pedestal that you guys clamp on, and it's adjustable. It goes up and down and everything. So definitely a good idea that Colleen had. So thank you to Colleen for giving me the idea for a new pedestal. Should make for maybe some better video, since I can raise and lower it and get up and close and personal. Other than that, I have this giant tripod, which is super awkward and gets in the way of everything. So I think this thing's awesome. But real quick, before I call it a night, I'm going to, we're gonna measure this guy. So we had this going last night, this lower cab corner. So I'm gonna measure it real quick, and we'll put it in the slip roller. Okay, it looks like it's about 8 1/4. I'll go with 9, and then we can trim it. We can trim blah, 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 blah. We can trim it and adjust it later. So if you're asking how I get it straight with just making 2 little marks there, I've shown this in other videos, but right after I got this thing, I marked a grid on there, and it's numbered, so you know how many inches are there. So technically I didn't need my tape measure. I could have held this up here and marked it right at 9 inches, and we could have done it that way. I had my tape measure in my hand, so but let's put this guy in the slip roller. Up. I'm not really too sure about this slip roller. I've already had to repair it once, and I think that it's because I don't know how to use it. If that makes any sense. Ow. So I thought that you crank this thing down to get it to curve. But actually you don't. It's the adjustments on the back for getting it to curve. And because I kept cranking this thing, I ended up breaking it. Like I said, I've had to repair it once already, and to repair it, I had to take this whole thing apart. We had the engine hoist and everything holding it up because this thing weighs like 600 pounds. Oh, that was way too much. Have it cranked way too tight. So apparently, I watched some videos on this when it broke. I watched some videos on it because I was like, man, what the heck am I doing wrong here? So apparently, you can, these adjustments in the back, if you crank one down tighter than the other, it'll give you a cone shape, which is, you know, super cool that you get a cone shape out of it. Which was what I was doing there. I had one side cranked way too tight. This new little pedestal thing is great. I need to do this on the table over here. The cement just has too many jagged edges. Need something smooth. Okay. I think that is doable. So we will just have to trim to fit. Maybe a slight little hammer and a dolly in. But I think we're good. Let me check, see what time it is. 8:55. So I usually call it quits around 9 o'clock. So we got about 5 minutes. Come over here and use my dolly set here. This thing really has come in handy, this dolly thing. I use it all the time. Only thing I would say is I think I need to drill a hole in it so I can, there's a hole in the one pipe, I gotta drill a hole in all the other pipes so that they don't spin. So what I'm doing is that slip roll thing, it doesn't do a nice consistent roll. Every time you stop, it kind of puts a line in the metal. So I'm just trying to tap that line out. that it's dog feeding time. Yes?
I'm watching TV in the bedroom with the little guy.
Okay.
Just in case I don't answer.
Okay. Be nice to the mouse. So we live out in the country. We live pretty much on a farm. It's used to be an old hay farm. We have it now. It's a nut farm. So we have a bunch of trees that produce nuts. We sell them. We have stuff that produces seeds. We sell those. So, anyways, we live on a farm, and you get little varmints here and there. I get chipmunks in the shop. I get frogs in the shop. I get mice in the shop. House is older. It was built in 1956, I think. So it's not super old, but it's older. There's nooks and crannies to it. And every once in a while, mice get in the house. And last night, I got woke up at, I don't know, well, I guess it was this morning. It was 5 or 6 this morning. I got woke up by Colleen saying that there was a mouse in the bed. So she was freaking out. I got up and set some traps up. So, and I don't kill them. I trap them. I have live traps. I trap them and I go release them out in the hayfield. So. Alright, I think that'll work. Now tomorrow we'll trim this up to fit, and we'll trim it up to fit, and we will get her tacked in place. So thanks for joining us. My alarm is going off, 9 o'clock alarm for garbage. I gotta go put the garbage out or else I'll forget. That's why I have an alarm set. I know this was just a short little video. Today I made a tool. It's over there in the vise, as you can see. It is a linear stretching pneumatic power hammer. So go check out our video for that if you're interested in how to make one. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Remember, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I'm out. So sometimes I forget the cool tools I have. So you guys just watch me do a little hammering and dollying on this thing to kind of knock out the odd marks that the thing put in. But silly me here, I have a English wheel that I can just run this thing through. So put the flattest wheel I have in there. I think that was it. I think I had the flattest wheel in there. I think I looked flatter from there, but putting them up to each other, I could see more of a curve in that guy. Should really have my gloves on for this. Woo. All right. Much rounder, much nicer. Took all the things out of there. I don't know if you could hear it the first time. Every time I ran over one of those bumps, it was like, and then as you keep going and it works those out, you don't hear it no more. Make sure you keep your fingers out of this thing because it will squeeze blood out of your fingernail so fast, like if you hit your thumb with a roofing hammer. So keep your fingers out of there. Much better. Just give another little test fit. Now that English will add curve to this guy too, so we'll put it on the table. We'll push down on it again a little bit, kind of open this up. But I think we are good to go. So, you know, just me pushing on it there, you know, we're almost fit. So she's ready to go. I'm out again. Thanks for joining back. Well, I joined back, you didn't.